The cold sea breeze washed over the fleet as it closed in on the high, crumbling, windswept cliffs of the land known as Brittany. This was the first time Stryker had ever left the warm comforts of the oceans of the Adriatic and Mediterranean, and the first time he would face off against the legendary West Frankians. According to the more learned of Stryker's fools, this once mighty kingdom had been formed by fleeing Bretons from the British Isles, when the overwhelming numbers of Angles and Saxons swept into what was then called Britannia, after it was left for ruin by the collapsing Roman Empire. Now though, the once independent Breton kingdom was much like their old lands to the north, subjugated by a stronger people. Back in their old home, their conquerors, the Anglo-Saxons, were now the conquered, as the Danelaw ruled supreme all over England, and here the Bretons had been vassalised by the might of the West Franks. Stryker of late had kept many of these learned men by his side, much to the annoyance of many of his captains and raiders. It had been the advice of his cousin Sven, the King of Sardinia, and his closest friend. Knowledge is power. It's worth more than 1,000 spears, or a chest full of treasures. Pluck at these men's brains, cousin, and withdraw their knowledge, and they'll make you richer than you could ever imagine, he had promised him. And he was right. Thanks to all of the information he was able to withdraw from the many priests, scribes and monks at his disposal, he was able to successfully infiltrate and sack the world's greatest city, stealing away all its wealth and slaughtering its armies, putting a huge dent deep within the neighbouring Christian empire. Then, with their knowledge, he had then raided the entire southern eastern coast of Iberia, known exactly where the wealthiest churches, mosques and cities lay, and which strongholds to avoid. The raid of Iberia had given them so much plunder that their fleets had to make several trips to bring it all home. And now his fleets and men stood ready to raid one of the great Frankian kingdoms. Stryker had the great city of Paris and its wealth set deep within his sight. He'd have to thank his cousin for his most precious counsel. Sven wasn't like most Norsemen. He could read, write and fought more like the Christians than a Northman, but that didn't make him any less Viking. The blood of Asbjorn I ran through his veins just as much as it did Stryker's, and he loved raiding, conquest and plunder as much as the next man. If it was down to him, he would ensure Sven would be the one to succeed him as emperor. He could think of no better man to take Saphirland into a bright new era of wealth, conquest and glory. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Raiders of the Adriatic with Emperor Stryker, as we are here off the coast of Brittany in West Francia. Well, what remains of West Francia? It's a very, very small and fragile West Francia, mainly just northern France, so, but it is still extremely wealthy despite its size, just by having a quick glance at some of these areas around here. 39 gold here, and there's a lot with over 30 gold within its treasury. I can't find them now, but I know that they're there because I've just seen several of them. Yes, all in the high 20s, look 32. So there's going to be a lot of gold and plunder here, and it should be pretty easy for us to take. I'm pretty sure that King Louis III, yeah, he has about, he has 5,000 men. That's a decent amount for such a small area, actually. I'm surprised he has such manpower. He must have good relationships with his vassals, which is surprising considering how small he is, and he's had a lot of his southern and eastern lands swallowed up, but he has got a lot of powerful allies, most of them being the kingdoms around him. I suppose that's why he's not really expanded, even though he's got such great power. But anyway, yes, we're going to take away some of that wealth that he's got, and I think we'll land straight here in Montagu, because I think that said it had 39 gold there, so that is a perfect amount of gold for us to take. So let's unpause and we'll get straight into this raiding. We've got Alexander Rasputin leading this, but I think we will change that. Sorry, Rasputin, but we'll put ourselves in control of it so that we can hopefully get that Fire and Blood event, as well as having our... Why is it not changed? As well as having that Siege Leader ability and the Reaver ability, which is just going to make things a lot quicker and a lot easier. Take as much gold as we can. We're going to be able to carry 580. We will lose manpower, though, so maybe by the time we're finished, we'll be able to take 500 gold, something like that back, which is a nice amount, and then we can go raiding elsewhere. It's all about building up that treasury for now, getting that gold ready, because we're not too far away from being able to go feudal now, especially if Sven is the next king. With him having that intelligent trait, that would be perfect. And as a lot of you said, it would be awesome if in the future our grandson Magnus could be the future king, because he had the genius trait as well as giant. He could be insanely impressive in the future going forward. But yeah, for now, I'm trying to hope that we can get Sven as the next king, the next emperor, the king of Sardinia. With his amazing learning ability, it should work pretty nice in our favour. And we can't actually raid this. Is that because there's already that annoying army close by? It could be. So we'll go for the city of Reyaz instead. I think it's because there's this small army here, this small peasant revolt. So because they're not combined together, it won't allow us to do it. And your brother, Jarl Dullar Asbjornsson, is our new player heir. Okay, and how good is he? He's pathetic. How is he being nominated? Oh no, and now our cousin Sven is the new player heir. That's what we want to see. King Sven of Sardinia, who is very, very impressive with that 26 learning now. Wow, he's got a lot of allies as well. He's, wow, not got much prestige, which is not good, but it's all about his children as well and how impressive they are. Right, so let's get this barony under control. King Alexander of Serbia is finished increased county control. Perfect. What have we got here? 5 gold. 20 gold over here, or should we march eastwards instead? We can't get away with marching eastward. Okay, we'll march around the coasts. Where we want to end is Paris. Even though I don't think Paris has that much gold for some reason, I still want to have the bragging rights, and this is going to keep changing. But yeah, I still want to have the bragging rights of being able to sack Paris. It's something very good to have on. We've sacked Constantinople, we've sacked Paris, we've sacked Cairo. Yeah, it's just another one of those massive cities to add to the bragging rights of Saphirland. We've obviously Rome as well, as if I forgot about Rome, which we now own. I don't think there's many huge cities left that we could go for. And perfect. The settlement of Venice, an important stronghold in Greater Venice, is fallen to my raiders. We have the vast run of tracts of land and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of Duke Alan to choose from. I don't know if we should take some slaves just to start improving our development. Obviously, we can take the plunder, and we've got a lot of prestige anyway. Let's take some slaves this time. Why not? Try and improve the development of our capital. We've got plenty of gold, and we're going to get plenty of gold. We've managed to get a prisoner as well. We can ransom for 25, so that covers that straight away. And yeah, he's going to try and ransom him. That was the Duke of Brittany. But yeah, we may as well. We'll take some slaves. Try and increase the development of our capital. Try and improve it. Make it more civilized, ready for the future. And the game's lagging a little bit, which is quite annoying. There we go. What are we going to get here? Not a lot of gold, but we'll take it and work our way down the coast. At least then we don't lose as much manpower. Let's go to Lyon next. Let's have a look what we've got out here. Oh, wow, that bishopry for 27 gold. 21 gold here as well. Raid these monasteries. Perfect. A neighbouring ruler has won a war. High Chieftain Homislav. Yeah, it's not really something that concerns us too much. We, of course, can't raid the British Isles because they are our fellow Norsemen. Obviously, the Danelaw rules supreme in the British Isles. It has split into Ireland, Scotland, and Danelaw, but Ireland and Scotland themselves are also ruled over by Norsemen. So it's only Wales that isn't. We could raid Wales, but I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of wealth there to be had, not compared to what we can take here in West Francia. 128 gold already, and we've literally only raided Brittany so far. It's awesome. And praise Freya, Elika has given birth to a perfect little son. Nice. Let's have a look at you then, our son. He has gained, oh, awesome, the robust trait. Let's, what should we name you? Let's name you after an ancestor. What haven't we not had yet? I don't remember any of these ancestors. They must be from her. Let's go with her. Should we name you Stryker after ourselves? I don't think we will. Talir. I don't think we've had a Talir Erikson yet, and we have had a famous Talir in the past, so yeah, why not? It doesn't look like we're even going to be opposed at all by the Frankians. It looks like they are happy to leave us just pillaging their land. But as long as we get to Paris, as long as I get to take Paris, I'll be happy. Let's have a look what we've got here. 22 gold, 16 gold, all of this. It's, wow, 37 gold here, which is beautiful. And yeah, perfect. So we will work our way around to that and take that. What current situations we've got? We can designate a guardian for Stryker Erikson. Is this our daughter? Yes, it is. Well, let's have a look at you then. You're charming. You've got very good intrigue. You've got an intrigue focus, which is good. Let's have a look then. Have we got anyone decent? Yes, we have. Our champion here with the intelligent trait who's good at that. We can use the Rustamid Emirate. Can we? Interesting. What's been going on down south? Let's have a look. Pretty sure this is in the Algeria area, isn't it? Yeah, this bit of land here. How much does that cost to do? 250 gold. Yeah, we can afford that. Let's usurp it then. Perfect. Awesome. We can negotiate an alliance with Count Asbjorn, our nephew. Well, we may as well keep things civil. And we can create the Kingdom of Tahert. Oh, wow. How can we... Oh, wow. What's going on here? We've taken a huge amount of North African land. Well, Sardinia has taken a huge amount of African land. Well done, King Sven. Interesting. Shall we create that Kingdom of Tahert? How much would it cost us to do? 250? We may as well. Let's create that. So we now have the Kingdom of Tahert, which is... That's pretty cool. We've actually taken a hell of a lot of land in North Africa, it would seem. Sven is making his own Western Mediterranean empire by the looks of it, considering he's going to have 2 kingdoms now. Do we grant him the kingdom, or do we grant it to... Who are these other vassals that we've got here? I think I'd like... so Jarl Canute, or Canute of Tahert. Do we give him? Do we make him King Canute? Or do we leave him under the control of Sven for now? I don't want Sven to lose too much power, because I think he is the favourite at the minute for our heir. So we want to keep him powerful. Oh, no, he's not. He's... Wow, he's dropped massively, in fact, actually. We've got several people who have gone above him. Our brother, our cousin. Neither of them are that good. It's so annoying. We want Sven. But Sven has dropped down there massively, which is rather annoying. We'll give it to Sven for now. Let's let him have 2 king titles. Let's see if that can gain him more respect and honour. If we give him the Kingdom of Tahert. There we go. Make him a little bit more powerful. Hopefully make him a little bit more impressive. It's probably because of that learning one. No one is voting for him, which is annoying, because obviously we want that learning, but it just doesn't seem to fit well with a lot of our Norse vassals who are not interested in that learning at all, which is rather annoying. Let's hope Stryker doesn't go anywhere anytime soon. And we formed an alliance with the Count of Mallorca. And perfect. We'll capture skilled slaves again to take home. All about getting those learned men. And we have managed to capture a countess who we can rent for 25 gold. So we make the gold there that we would have got in the sack anyway. So the best of both worlds, really, isn't it? It works out perfectly for us. I know a lot of you have been asking for an overview stream, and I think we'll hopefully be able to do one after Stryker's death. When we get our next Emperor, we'll do one then, if possible. My internet has been playing up a lot lately, so... And our new heir, our cousin King Sven of Sardinia, is the new player heir. So that looks like our plan has worked. By granting him that extra kingship and giving him that prestige, he has now gone back to the top of the elective, which is perfect. Just what we wanted. Where was it the one that we're raiding now for a lot of gold? I say I want to get that one that was worth a shit ton of gold. Oh no, and now our brother is our new heir again. It's just changing constantly, it would seem. Let's march over and get this 20 gold. We'll leave that one for 11 gold. It's not really worth it. I just want to march towards Paris now to make sure we have enough room to sack Paris. What other issues? So this is changing constantly. Sven has now gone down to 4th again. It's just changing constantly. This guy's got way too much votes. He's our brother at least, though, so at least he's still a direct descendant of Asbjorn the First. Let's march on to this city. City of Kien. I don't know if it's got much wealth for us to take. 14, 15. Yeah, we may. Perfect. And we're going to manage to take some skilled slaves yet again. And now we're going to the city. Oh, wow. Rouen has got a lot of gold for us. 29 gold. Awesome. And we'll work our way down the Great River into Paris. 4 gold. Not worth it. Can we go out to sea? Instead, if we're going to struggle with the supply line, we will sail down to Paris instead then to make sure that we don't lose too much manpower. We can't carry much more gold anyway now, which is unfortunate. So we'll sail straight to Paris. I want to make sure that we do get the prestige of sacking Paris. And then we'll have a look if there's anything more worth taking before we take our plunder back home to Sapphireland. And what have we got here in Paris? How much is Paris worth to us? Outliving a child. Asta has been murdered. Oh, Odin, how could you do this to Asta? If I have sinned, why did you not punish me instead? She was blameless, my perfect daughter. Life had so much more in store. Great, more stress, which is not good. Does it say who she was murdered? Died under mysterious circumstances, so we don't even know who murdered her, which is rather annoying. She was the hunchback one. I think she was our oldest child, actually, wasn't she? And yeah, probably sacking Paris is going to fill what we can actually take. And oh, nice. The settlement of Paris, an important stronghold in Greater France, has fallen to my raiders. We have the run of vast tracts of land and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of King Louis to choose from. The troops stand ready awaiting my command. Right, we can capture some skilled slaves, which improves our development by 40. Bounty as plunder, we'd still only get the usual 30 gold, so we may as well. Let's capture some skilled slaves from Paris. I'm sure you'd get very impressive slaves from Paris. And we're not going to be able to really carry much else. So now let's sail home. We have captured a valuable prisoner, though. 2 valuable prisoners. Lala, who are you? Okay, the princess. Oh, nice. Princess of a kingdom close by. Can we... Can ransom you for 50 gold. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just ransom you for 50 gold. Perfect. And then we have... Do we actually have the Queen of West Francia, it would seem? Which is interesting. A notable guest has arrived. Are you even of any importance? You've got claims on stuff, but stuff not nearby. Can negotiate an alliance with Jarl Dag. It would gain us 10% stress. Oh, we're nowhere near overwhelmed by stress. Yeah, we may as well do that then. And we can ransom... Oh, it's the Queen... From the E. Oh wow, only 36 gold. No, well, I think we'll keep her to ourselves for now until we can get a little bit more plunder for her. I'm not sure where we could raid next. We could go for East Francia. We've not really touched upon East Francia. We could go back to the Muslims again, but I know that they are now insanely powerful. The Arabian Empire and the Egyptian Empire have... Well, the Egyptian Kingdom has been vassalized by the Arabian Empire, so it's now insanely powerful. I'm guessing they've got a lot of manpower. Yes, over 10,000, so probably wouldn't be a good idea to aggravate them then. What about the Byzantines? 7,000, they can field more manpower than us as well, so probably not a good idea to upset them either. We could have a look at some of these other people closer to home. And Sardinia's actually taken a bit more of the Northern Ireland now, which is good. It's nice to see. We could try helping expand this land in North Africa that we've now taken. It's looking very like we could have the the Western Roman Empire at this point. A secret exposed. A shameful truth has reached the light of day. My vassal Duke Tripomir has been Oh, he's had an affair. Okay, this can't go unpunished. It's an easy way of us getting a bit of gold. We can imprison him and then ransom him off for a load of gold. We could take some of the southern Iberian land. Well, Sven could probably do that. He's forming like this very Iberian Western Roman Empire land at present. And yeah, we can now ransom him, which is perfect. It's about the 3rd time I think we've ransomed him for having affairs. And our prisoner, Usunbak, has died in my dungeons. That's fine. Talking of prisoners, actually. Let's have a look what we've got. 'Cause I know we've got a lot of prisoners. We can ransom you for 10 gold, so we will. We can't ransom you for anything. Do you know what? Let's execute you then. Let's improve our dread a little bit. And you, can we ransom you? Only for a hook. You're only a child, though. We'll negotiate your release. We'll demand your conversion. Try and start converting the Muslims. We've got you. You're Greek. He's our rival. How much could we ransom our rival for? Just a weak hook. No, if he's our rival, we'll execute him, which is going to gain us a load of prestige. We'll lose a load of stress. Gain piety and dread. Perfect. It's all win-win. We've got the queen there, which we'll keep for now. Miroslav, we'll just execute you. Execute. We've got you, Tripomir. We'll ransom you. 10 gold. We can get a little bit of gold for you. Can't get anything for this French guy, so we'll just execute him. And we can't get anything for you, so we'll execute you as well. Just get a couple of sacrifices, get that dread up, which is hopefully going to improve our control. Greetings, High King Stryker of Safilad. I have no choice to accept your conditions for my release. Perfect. And we've had a couple of ransoms accepted as well, which is perfect. I think we're probably going to have to lay off the raiding, even though we have made a lot of gold. We've been spending it as quick as we're earning it, which is really infuriating. And we've unlocked a new stewardship perk, which is perfect. That's going to hopefully help us in gaining more gold ready for feudalism. Defensive measures, our fort levels, cutting cornerstones, construction costs lowered, but we can't really construct anything anyway. You can demand payment for hawks. We'll go for the defensive measure then. We may as well. We may as well try and fill this architect tree out. Why not? It would fit with the law that we've been writing. 4 vassals expecting council positions. It's tough, I'm afraid. How is the election going? Keep checking up on it. Our candidate is still Sven, who's 4th favourite still at the minute with 40 votes. Jarl Dag, our son, which isn't the worst, I suppose. Not too bad if he plays. It's just a shame that he's so crap. That's what's annoying. They constantly vote for people with such weak traits. Why can't they at least vote for someone with decent traits? 27 learning Sven. I want Sven. Our voting strength 10 votes, so he's not actually got that many votes, which is quite annoying. Very annoying. It's a shame that we can't elect our heir ourselves. That would be pretty cool, but never mind. Some factions targeting us have disbanded. Are our men nearly home? Whereabouts is our army? Yes, they're home. Perfect. Let's, oh my god, the lag on CK3 lately. Let's just dock our raiders then. Bring that plunder home. It's quite a lot of plunder that we brought home, isn't it? But we did lose a lot of manpower. We need to let that replenish a little bit, I think. Let's see what we've brought home. 366 gold, perfect. 366 prestige. Right. Do we have anything decision-wise that we could do? Not really. There's not a lot that we can do at present. Could try and expand, but we need to let our armies replenish. This is doing insanely well down here. I can't believe that the Christians have nearly took... Considering they're failing everywhere else, they're actually doing pretty well in Iberia, which they never seem to do in this bookmark. I'm wondering where Sven's going to try and expand to next, considering how powerful he is. Will he take some of these eastern lands? And the Byzantine Empire has some land here as well as Sicily. We really would like to take that at some point, but they're too strong for us at present. We can't declare war on you at present. I think we've still got a truce with you, unfortunately. Oh, we've not disbanded our raiders. Oops. Probably would be a good idea. A ransom? 31 gold. It's all you can afford. Okay, yeah, take it. I'll take it. You can have your wife back. I won't be too cruel. All this prestige that we've got that we need to do something with, but there's not a lot we can do with it. Greetings, my impeccable liege. With the ongoing conflict between Count Holmgar and Jarl Bjorg, I have been working tirelessly to get to the heart of their quarrel. I believe that with the right encouragement, a settlement may be reached. Whatever the cost, get them to stop fighting. They will do as I say as their High King. Yes, we've got the prestige. We'll use the prestige rather than the gold. Oh, and it looks like things have started to go wrong over here. We have a new Christian kingdom. Galicia. Interesting. That splits that up even more. Oh, and Navarra is also free. I'm guessing the king has died then of that kingdom. Yes, he has, so it's split between his sons. Oh, partition. What a chaos. It's such chaos. It really is. It's stopping anything from happening. It made Sweden collapse in on itself. It made, the British Isles collapse in. And now it's made Spain collapse in on itself when it was so close to reconquering its lost lands. But we'll keep an eye on that. And a notable guest has arrived from Denmark. She has a claim on the Kingdom of Denmark. Who is she? She's not... Okay, so she is related to Sigurd. He's a grandparent, so Sigurd, Snake in the Eyes, granddaughter. She is 30. She's got a son. Is he anything impressive? Not really. It's just a notable guest of not great importance. Let's speed things up so we can let our armies replenish that a little bit more. Lively livestock. As additional payment in recent trade, I find myself in possession of a large herd of cattle. I have been assured that the animals are of the highest quality, but the question of what should be done with them remains. We'll prosper from the herd. It's a beautiful herd, but it could be larger. We'll go for a breeding project, which we've got an 80% chance of doing. Yeah, we'll go with the middle one. Let's try and improve that. And it worked. Perfect. We have a huge cattle herd, and we have now gained obese. Oh my god, I'm dreading how big that's going to make us look. So we're already huge. So we're now massive. 63. God, he's getting old quickly. How is our impressive grandson Magnus doing now? 9 years old. Oh, God, he's so good. I want him as a future king. He would be impressive. Intrigue focus. Interesting. Is that really the best that we could do for you? Intrigue? It's better than your learning and your stewardship. We could go for diplomacy, which wouldn't be too bad. Let's have a look. Would diplomacy work for you? Yeah, you could do well with diplomacy. I think I'd rather diplomacy than intrigue, to be honest. My ward Magnus has changed his focus of study. He now pursues knowledge in the art of diplomacy. Who is the best diplomat in our kingdom? Let's have a look. Find character in our land. Who has the best diplomacy? 24, 20. Jarl Offig Larson. Can we offer you the ward? Can we offer you our grandson Magnus? Doesn't look like it. Maybe that's because we're already tutoring him. Oh well. And we're making an insane amount of gold at present. 15 gold per month, which is awesome. Loads of wars we can declare, but we need a bit of peace at the moment. We won't go raiding again. We'll just let the armies replenish. We'll go raiding once they've replenished, probably. But for now, we'll let things slowly recover. And our councillor, Alexander Rasputin, has died. Oh, no. What did he die of? He was murdered. Oh, damn. Murdered at the age of 56. So we will unpin him. It's such a shame because he's been an incredible marshal. And who is the new? We have King Nicholas of Serbia now instead. Named after his father. He's not amazing, to be fair, actually, is he? But we will pin him as the new king. He looks pretty cool, to be fair, but stats-wise, he's not great, to be honest. Alliance formed with Nikita Rasputin, Prince Nikita of Serbia. Okay, so this must be his brother, who's actually a lot better. It's a shame that he isn't the new king of Serbia, but fair enough. That means we are going to need a new marshal now. Who's going to be our new marshal? Let's have a look what we have out there. I'm not sure who we have marshal-wise, who's pretty decent. We'll want to go with our most powerful that we can. We've got Jarl Augustin of Styria. He's probably going to be the main one, to be fair, isn't he? Yeah, he is. So we'll go with that guy, who's not bad, to be fair. Let's improve our control. Wow, we've got some pretty bad control here and there. Let's go with Makva. That looks pretty awful up there. Yeah, everyone else is doing what they were doing before and fine, so we'll leave the rest of them doing what they're doing. Still not much more that we can do at present other than letting that army replenish. How can we now that we're an empire, can we create any new men-at-arms regiments? And yes, we can, which is perfect. That's awesome. Now that we're emperor, we can have an extra one. What have we got so far? So we've got bowmen, light horsemen, armoured footmen, light horsemen, pikemen. I may go with some more armoured footmen. We've already got 2 regiments of horsemen, so yeah, we'll go. What haven't we got yet? We've got pikemen. We've not got light footmen. I'm not too bothered about that. We'll go with armoured footmen. We'll create a new regiment of armoured footmen. And because we've got a ridiculous amount of prestige, we will just spend all that straight away improving that men-at-arms, which is going to give us a hell of a lot more manpower instantly when it recovers, an extra 500 once that replenishes properly. How's the Holy Order now, the Joms Vikings, doing? Wow, 5,000 strong. That is awesome. Can we actually found another one as well? We actually can. We can give them a headquarters, the city of Utenstad. Yep, we'll do that. Select. 500 gold and 1,000 piety for doing it. Why not? Let's found a new Holy Order. Perfect. With your support, Grand Maester Stitch has founded the Faithful Tier. Awesome. We've got a new Holy Order, which we are obviously the patronage for again. We can borrow gold from... I didn't know we could borrow gold from. That's pretty cool. Should we host a feast? Why not? Let's send out invitations. We've got the gold. Let's try and get people on side a little bit more. A cheery gathering. The guests are gathered in the Great Hall. Lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and the spirits are high. Perfect. But it's cool now that we've got 2 Holy Orders in our realm, just to get that more control over the Mediterranean and the Adriatic. Awesome. They're not as good, the Faithful of Tyr. They're not as good as the Yoms Vikings, but they will be eventually. Look how amazing they are now. 5,000. It's not took them that long to get that strong. So, hopefully it's not going to take too long for those two either. A laudable effort. As the feast is underway and our guests are eating and drinking merrily, Jarl Oddar approaches Sophia and me at the great table. This is a marvellous feast. All my compliments to the host. Yes, I've done a great job, haven't I? Gain 150 prestige. Or Sophia deserves the credit. Yeah, let's give our wife the credit. We've got more than enough prestige, I think. So, yeah, we'll let her have that. Why not? Let's be a good husband. What else could we do? With the continual serving of delicious food, most guests have given up eating for the night, simply enjoying the entertainment. I'm happy to see that Jarl Dag knows better. He and I are both eager to taste as long as there is food. Together we could eat an entire horse, gain 20% opinion of each other. I bet I can out-eat him. He gains a 40% opinion of us, but you gain that we could become wounded. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's have an eating competition. Why not? Let's see how that goes. We're a huge man. Surely we can eat and drink our fair share of food and ale. We'll wait for the feast to end. I think we'll end today's episode with that. And our acquaintance Cyan Sigel has died. He's the count, so he will be unpinned now. But his daughter is the new countess, Countess Asta. So we'll pin her to keep an eye on her. How is she? She's still very young, only 10 years old, but we'll keep an eye on her. With everyone heading for their respective homes, I am proud to say that the feast was a success. I have my wife Sophia to thank for much of its success, and I feel nothing but gratitude as she sees the last few guests off. Until next time, we gain 150 prestige, we gain the trait Ego Reveler, perfect, and everyone who attended gains a 20% opinion of us. Awesome. Do you know what? I think we may go on a pilgrimage just to try and get that. It's another decent trait for us to try and get. We'll look into it at the beginning of the next episode. We could also host a hunt. Our brother is now our new heir, which is annoying. But yes, we will end at this episode here. And look at Sapphireland now. Very nice. But thank you all so much for watching. As always, guys, I really hope that you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and comment down below if you did. And hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.